Hey everybody, it's AndrewWhispers here. Just want to say hi, hope you're all doing well. A little bit of business to take care of before I get into this rap tag, which is fun to say, rap tag. Yeah, okay, maybe it's just to me, it's fun to say. Anyway, first point is, for those who gave me such lovely feedback and comments on the record store roleplay, a big sincere thank you, because I wasn't expecting that. Whenever I put personal opinion about music in with Whisper videos, I always kind of have some hesitations about it, because it can be very select, and it can be I can listen to some strange stuff, I'll be honest, and it's not always going to be everyone's kind of thing, but the response from that video was majorly positive. A lot of people kind of liking already to some of the stuff I mentioned, and some people even like going out and finding material based off the people I mentioned and liking it, and that's always a great feeling, and that's kind of why I do music related Whisper videos, and that's definitely why I do my music site, because if I can kind of open up a chasm of music, whether it be an artist or a genre, to somebody that might not necessarily have found that themselves or through other sources, and they like what they hear and they really get into that, and that makes me feel really good, and it's the whole reason I do that. Anyway, I'm going to stop babbling, so I just want to say thank you for that. Anyway, part 2 is coming very soon, and it's going to be about my most anticipated albums for the rest of the year, for which there are a few, and it's been kind of hard whittling down that list to 10, so that will be out pretty soon, and if that goes well, I may consider doing it as a monthly thing, keeping the roleplay format and just talking about monthly recommendations, picks from that particular month of records and stuff that I've really liked in that particular month, but that all depends on if people want it or not, so yeah. But anyway, thank you. But as they say, on with the show, and I'm going to stop procrastinating and I'm going to get into this. This is a tag video. It is a rap tag video, which I said at the start there, and I do still find fun to say. I don't know who started this, but I have seen the version from AndrewWhispers and the version from ASMRisDOPE, both brilliant entries, attempts, whatever you want to call them, videos would probably be the right term. Both brilliant videos, and you should go check them out, and you should check them out as well, their whole channel, because they are two whispers that I've just recently kind of stumbled across, and I'm liking what they do, so if you're looking for some new whispers, go check them out. I'll put links to their videos in the description box, actually, so that'll be easier for you. But back to the tag. I don't know why I talk so slowly and defined there. Yes, this is a rap tag, and this is kind of really up my street, because as you may know from some of the videos I put up on my account, on and off for the last couple of years, I have tried my hand at music, I shall say, in different forms, and I've been a huge hip-hop head since I was about 15, but it is only something that I've actively, practically tried my hand at in the last 2 years, I want to say. I kind of always was curious to try and do it, and in places I've done bits and pieces, but I've never really kind of sat down and said, right, I want to actually give this a serious push, until like the last 2 years, where I've worked on and off on bits and pieces, more so in like the last 6-8 months, sharpening my skills and what have you. I currently am working on an EP at the minute called Power to the People, which will be my first actual release of first body of work released. And what I'm going to do for you today is I'm going to give you 2 verses from 2 separate songs that are going to be appearing on that EP. The first is from a track called Faith in the Time of Tyranny, and before I really kind of get into this, my whole sort of focus of gravity with hip-hop and my work is lyrics based. I believe the sort of art of lyricism has kind of been missing from hip hop for a while. I mean, I see it coming back more now, but for a long time it kind of had disappeared, and that kind of, it saddened me, because that's what initially drew me into hip hop, was the sort of act and art of lyricism within the genre, and that's definitely something that I focus on. I'm not a typical MC. I talk about odd things. I use very strange, unorthodox references. I try and paint pictures. I try and look at myself in an introspective manner. I try to portray myself, my true self. I'm no gangster. I'm not into drugs. I'm broke as hell. So I ain't singing or rapping about the usual stuff you might be accustomed to. So I look at myself, I look at the world, I look at things I'm interested in, I look at problems, and I just try and incorporate as much as I possibly can. I'm like a sponge. I try and absorb as much as I can, and I think that comes across in my work, especially within my lyrics, which I'm going to actually post in the description box as well for those who are interested. And if you're interested, and if this kind of gets enough likes and people actually dig this, I might actually do a video in which I break down like my lyrics and kind of look at them closer. If people would be interested in that, I don't know, maybe not, but if you are, let me know, because that would be kind of cool, and I'd quite like to do that. But anyway, so this is from a track called Faith in the Time of Tyranny, and it has lots of historical references, self-referential references, religious references. Although I'm not particularly religious, I would consider myself agnostic. I find the mechanics of religion and the concept of faith, I find it a very interesting factor in everyone's day-to-day life and just kind of existence on a bigger scale. So without further ado, here is verse 1 for you. What's a king to a man if a man is imprisoned within the walls of a vision, pre-packed with an emblem? Iconography is only ever resembling abuse of power, yeah, that the modern man yields, with a god particle who's playing the Higgs field. In front of the curtain, yeah, the act takes place, but all the real action, it happens backstage, beneath the floorboards, yes, inside a shallow grave. Manipulate your dare, believe that the yard of living, ripe off the tree, the fruit of acquisition, sweet tease of the dream, like gift that keeps on giving. That's the art collections, all pipes and pyramids. The hand that steals is the same that breeds new businesses. Forget the front instead, watch my apprenticeship. Ink of a scholar as it forms to my penmanship. It's all cursive, with no print, and no drama, just the kitchen sink, full of dirty dishes with water for baptism. See, I tried to believe, but I handed it back to them. I need faith in myself instead of another, maybe in the next life or one of the others. Okay, so there you go, that's the first verse for you. The second verse I want to do is from a track called Solid as a Rock, which was initially inspired by the Trayvon Martin case, but it made me think about how stereotypes in both culture, race, generations are still a heavy impact, not only on day-to-day life, but in particular the day-to-day life that's formed by a lot of mass media. How stereotypes, as ridiculous as they are, and as much as we should have got past them by now, with it being 2012, they still are such an important sort of cog and mechanism within mass media, especially the news networks. And just watching that Trayvon Martin case kind of proceed, and just seeing different people offering some rather redundant opinions on certain factors surrounding it, it kind of just, it was one of those things that really kind of angered me somewhat, and so I kind of just wanted to play about with that sort of anger and put it into this. See, there once was a group of hoods who marched with hot crosses. Now if you wear a hood, you instantly pickpockets. Hide in your face so you can go pop coppers, or add another number to robberies in progress. I'm sure if you ask Rivera or even O'Reilly, because I'm into hip-hop, I'm a cop killer like Ice-T. And cause I'm hooded up, I'm asking to be killed over an iced tea. Not likely, why? Because I'm whitey. Don't believe this stereotype, I wear them bite me. Mass media monsters, feeding off hysteria, adding that they feel your pain, but they ain't never hearing you. Cold-blooded base of discriminating behavior. Now they vilify the victim and empathize with the neighborhood. Watch is what it is. A lack of humanity wrapped up inside of the coldest ignorance. Serving lies on hot plates, making them spin. I swear we need to find some unity. I'm never seeing interim. We cannot give up another inch, cause I'm is giving in. This here is our commonwealth. It's time they pay their dividends. So there you go, 2 verses in the rap tag from me, Liberty Whispers. I had fun doing that. You know, it's fun doing it without a beat, and it kind of gave me a chance to kind of bend the recital and the flow of it a little bit more. So yeah, I mean, tell me what you think. If you like it, that's awesome. If you don't, that's awesome as well. You know, you're entitled to your own opinion. I don't expect anyone to ever like what I do. You know, I have had enough time convincing myself it's good enough. So you know, whatever. And if you feel like having a go at doing the rap tag, please do, because it is fun, and I would love to see what other people come up with. I'd love to see some whisper related raps. That would be quite interesting. Or maybe some ASMR related raps. Go wild, be creative. That's what this whole community is about, and that's why I love it so.